Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the new Rituel de Fille 3-drop weightless serum foundation. I'm going to show you how it applies, how it wears. I'm going to do a couple check-ins, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on how this works on less than perfect mature skin. Back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm Michelle. I love all things beauty. I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you go. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that bell icon to be notified every time I upload a new video. To tell you a little bit about this foundation, it is a 3-drop weightless serum foundation. It retails for $42 for 1 fluid ounce. It's available in 24 colors. I picked this up in color 135 and it is for light to medium with neutral undertones. According to the website, it is a weightless serum foundation with medium buildable coverage and a glowy natural finish. It is for all skin types. It is alcohol-free, cruelty-free, and it's vegan. It also says that this is a real foundation that wears like a skincare. It's so lightweight that you're supposed to feel like you have nothing on. It has, in the first ingredients, it has organic marula oil, it has jojoba oil. It's really supposed to hydrate your skin. It's not supposed to be sticky, greasy, or ever dry your skin out. The container is all plastic. It definitely has some weight to it. What is she doing back there? There is a little sticker on the bottom that says press me. That's how you're supposed to dispense it. It keeps falling off, so it might fall off during this video. Who knows? It has a screw cap, which is nice, so it won't just pop off. And then this is what the top looks like. They do recommend 3 drops for the medium coverage, so you can use a little bit less if you want less coverage, and obviously a little bit more if you want a little more coverage. I've already used this before. 3 seems to be a little bit too much for me, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the 3 just so I can show you guys what it looks like. It does recommend you apply this with your fingers. I am gonna put it on with my fingers, and then I'm gonna blend it out with a beauty blender. I'm just gonna go ahead and put 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. This is the consistency. It's not too runny and not too thick. I'm just gonna start by putting this on my cheeks. It looks really yellow, but once it's blended in, it is not. So this is the full 3 drops, and you're probably like, whoa. I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out with the beauty blender. It has such a nice feel to it. It doesn't have that, I don't even know how to describe it, like a foundation-y feel. It feels like a really lightweight moisturizer. So let's just go ahead and just start patting this out. You can see it's blending right into my skin. This beauty blender is damp, but it's barely damp. You don't want to use a beauty blender that's too wet. I do already have my brows on, I have my skincare, and I have a sunscreen. I am not wearing a primer. I'm gonna go over my eyes with this because it is supposed to be so hydrating. I'm just gonna go for it. This is so pretty. This applies beautifully. You can see that blended out. I don't look orange. It's just gorgeous. You can use your fingers if you need a little extra coverage in certain areas. I'm gonna go ahead and just put, there's a tiny bit kind of sitting here on the top. I'm gonna do a little bit more kind of around the sides of my nose where I have some redness and just see if it covers. I'm definitely noticing a difference in the coverage when you use your fingers, which is probably why they recommend it. I think this is a light to medium, but again, I did use the sponge. It does a great job evening out your skin tone, and how my face feels, it is incredible. It's so soft and it's so supple. It looks like it had just a drink of water. It's like, doop, just plump and really, really hydrated. Not greasy or tacky. It just feels ultra hydrated, like you just put a heavy duty moisturizer on, but your skin absorbed it. So it doesn't feel like it's sitting on top of your skin. Let me give you a close up. It went on beautifully. I think this looks really, really pretty. That's it for the application. So quick and easy. If you do want the medium coverage, just go ahead and use your fingers. You can always tap out areas with the beauty blender if it looks a little too thick in areas. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks just like skin. I'll go ahead and do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. I'm back with all my makeup. I did go ahead and use a powder blush and a powder bronzer. I didn't use a setting spray or a setting powder. So let's just take a close-up look. Try to scoot you guys in. This looks beautiful. My skin still feels really, really nice and hydrated, but not greasy or sticky. Let's take another look. I really like this look. It's soft, it's natural. My skin, I think, looks really pretty and glowy. It doesn't look greasy. It just looks really healthy. Here's what the foundation looks like out in the sunlight. This is right after application. I'm gonna check in a little bit later. We're gonna take a look. We're gonna see how the makeup wore, how the foundation wears, if it's doing anything weird or sliding around. So I'll check in with you guys in about 4 hours. Hey guys, so I am back for my 4-hour check-in. Actually, I think it's been a little over that. I just wanted to give you guys a look out in the daylight first. I know I'm squinting, the sun is so bright. Let's take a look inside under my lights. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up look first. Now I'm just gonna take my mirror and get a close-up look. Okay, I'm definitely shinier than I was. I don't think it looks terrible. I have eyeglass marks on my nose because I was editing. It's definitely worn off on this whole portion of my nose. I was blowing my nose because of allergies, so it did wipe off. It seems like my blush, oh, maybe not. It looked like it was a little more worn off on this side. Honestly, I think it's just the shadow that I have from the vein. Overall though, it looks decent. I'm a little bit shinier than I would like to be in my forehead and obviously my nose because there's nothing on that. It's not accentuating my pores even though I've gotten shinier. It's not settling into the wrinkles, especially around my eye area, which I'm very surprised because I just went over the whole eye area with it. I don't know if I should touch it up or not. I'm gonna wait till later on when we do the final check-in, and then I think I'm gonna powder it just to see what it's going to look like. Obviously at the 4-hour mark, it's already wiped off on my nose. But overall, you know, I don't think it looks bad. It's giving me more of a no makeup look. I don't hate it. I'm definitely a little bit shinier than I would like to be. I would definitely want to powder this a little bit, but we'll wait and we'll see what happens in another 4 hours. So I will see you guys soon. Hey guys, so I am back for my final check-in. It's been another 4 hours, so I just want to give you guys a close-up look again before I take a look. I'm just gonna take my mirror. Looking at this up close, you know, I don't think that it looks much different than it did 4 hours ago. My nose is still worn off from 4 hours ago, so obviously that has not changed. Around my mouth a little bit because I ate lunch, I had eaten dinner. A lot of my makeup has kind of faded. It's still there, but it's faded. It hasn't broken up or done anything really weird. I don't think it looks bad at all. I really like this foundation. I think for an everyday foundation, I think it works great on my combination skin. I am oily in the T-zone, and a lot of times I have some dry patches around my mouth and around my eye area. I do have to say that I think putting it on my eyelids was a mistake. Under my eye was fine. I feel like my eyeshadow really wore off during the day. I mean, there's a big difference from how it looked earlier to how it looks now. And I didn't use an eyelid primer. I didn't use a face primer. The last time that I wore it, I did use a primer. And a lot of times I will use my primer on my face and I will use that same primer on my eyelids. So next time I know not to put this on my eyelids, but like I said, it's fine under my eyes. I do really like this. You don't need a lot of it at all. It's easy because you can apply it with your fingers. This isn't something that I would wear if I have an event or I have something that I need my makeup to last all day. On an everyday basis, or if my skin is really dry and just needing that extra hydration, this is definitely going to be my go-to. I don't typically go for serum foundations. I have used the Ilia. They have a serum foundation. I didn't care for that one. I do like this one much better than the Ilia. I think this lasted longer than the Ilia. So if you are trying to compare the two, or if you're going back and forth, I like this one much better. Oh, I did say that I was going to powder. I'm gonna use my LYS, which is my favorite powder. I just wanna see how this is going to look. If it's cutting down a little bit of the shine, it is. This actually powdered down really well. Definitely during the day, if you do feel like you're a little too shiny, that you don't have to blot it away. You don't need a blotting cloth or a tissue or anything like that. You could just use your favorite powder, and it really did a good job. I do have thoughts on this foundation. I think if you have oily skin, not sure it's gonna work for you because, you know, it's a serum and it has a lot of oils in it. It has the marula oil, the jojoba oil combination. I think it can if you like just a really natural look, and maybe use a primer, or if you don't use a primer, you may end up looking like I did. So there is a little bit of shine, but you can powder it and make it look great. And if you are dry skin, I think this could be your new best friend. So guys, that is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed this and found it helpful. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch. I appreciate it so much. I hope you guys all have a great Memorial Day weekend, and I will see you in my next video.